guys, Twintuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive into this Divine Masculine's energy here. I hope everyone is absolutely incredibly well. As you guys can tell by the title here, Divine Feminines, there is definitely something about you, okay? And that something is your integrity, your honesty, your openness. I feel like this is a Divine Masculine energy that I'm picking up on that has a lot of issues around trust and really bad experiences around manipulation with feminine energies. Your energy in particular is like a breath of fresh air, okay? I feel like honesty is a big thing for whoever this masculine is. And if it's the one thing that attracts them the most to you, it has something to do with like your qualities as a person. What's most attractive about you is your groundedness, your calmness. You have a lot of discipline. And they silently and secretly long for that or crave it. It's like you show so much dedication or discipline in your own life, and maybe secretly they've always desired to be with a partner like that, and they've experienced the exact opposite. Okay, so we're going to dig into that a little bit, and I'm going to see what your masculines may be going through right now as they reflect on this, okay? They've had conversations with you lately. Maybe they've been rereading old texts. If your Divine Masculines will definitely do stuff like hold on to messages and screenshots of stuff to reread, because with you Divine Feminines, you maybe don't so much, because I feel like a lot of you will absorb the energy and it's like, boom, it's in your subconscious just like that. You can reflect on it at any time. But your masculines, they need to like have a reminder of it, reread it a million times, like break it down word for word, okay? And I feel like each time he goes back to these messages, he falls more and more in love with you because of, again, he can trust you. I feel like he's wound up tight when it comes to trust in relationships, okay? So what's the masculine's current energy and the connection right now with the Divine Feminine? Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, so trust in divine timing, Divine Masculines. Okay, we have change and courage coming up along with inner healing. Okay, inner child healing. Someone could have lived with feminine energies as well in their lives, like being very manipulative. This may not be everyone, but I do see a masculine who's kind of grown up watching their mom frequently lie to their dad. So they have this perception on women that women are maybe like schemish or conniving, or women just have a certain way about themselves. And I do feel like they learned this from the mothering energy or female energies around them that were supposed to be positive role models. I feel like many of your Divine Masculines grew up struggling to really connect and trust feminine energy. I don't know why I'm picking up on that for this reading, but I am. And I feel like divine timing has a lot to do with some kind of healing, okay? We have change and courage as well. Someone's being forced to make changes about the way that they may be open to this connection with you. Stop being so wound up tight. Maybe that's why divine timing is playing a role in this connection, because I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines may be at a standstill right now reflecting. That's why I recall seeing them looking through conversations with you, because it's like they're going from this place of like, can I really trust this? Can I invest in this? Okay, I'm seeing a very serious masculine as well, where they keep themselves detached and single on purpose, because I'm hearing, I just know how women can be. That's what I'm hearing from this person. I know how women are. I know how women can be. So they try to keep themselves at a distance, or they keep women at a certain distance. They don't ever get invested. They may be very stingy with their efforts, time, just, I don't know what it is, but it's like this very skewed perception on feminine energies. And I do, again, have a big feeling it has to do with inner child healing. Seeing these schemish and conniving energies within people that they were supposed to trust, okay? Always like deceiving other masculine energies. Maybe they saw their dads Like, like mom's going into the dad's wallet and using the credit card to shop and sneaking back and putting it back in. Or it's like, shh, don't tell dad that we went here. Or don't mention it to dad that, like, we did this. Or they grew up in an environment like this where they were used to seeing women manipulate to get their way. And also on top of that, they were used to seeing men be completely oblivious to it. Okay, so I feel like your masculines have grown up with issues around trust. Like there's almost a resentment that they have towards men who allow women to run the show because this is what they could have seen growing up. And then they just resent women because they think that all women, while like the man is off at work, is doing something schemish, So they'll have relationships, but they'll also go out and do whatever it is they want to do because, again, nobody can be trusted, okay? But then there's you, Divine Feminine, and you can be trusted because you walk the talk. You have nothing to hide. Your energy itself, somebody could sit down and have a conversation with you and literally feel in every ounce of their bones how pure your energy is, because I feel like whoever you are, you have a very good understanding of maybe karmic laws, or you have spiritually ascended to the point where that openness and honesty has to be, at the core of relationships. That's just something that right off the bat. You could be someone who it's like you don't get into a lot of drama, or there's a lot of transparency with you. You could be a Libra, you don't have to be, but I'm just seeing the scales here, where it's like, balance is really important to you. Taurus people are like this too, where it's like fairness matters, like treating people fairly matters. So yeah, whoever you are, you believe in treating this masculine at least with honesty. Like I feel like you may see like this insecurity within them as well, or feel it within them as well. Okay, but they're having the courage to change their perception or change their ways or let go of some of the baggage they've been carrying from the past, because if they don't, they're going to let this slip through their fingers. And I feel like the universe is shouting at them like, this is not going to hurt you. Like this is everything meant to help you heal those exact perceptions that not every woman out there is going to get you, is going to break your heart, is out to scheme or take, manipulate. I'm also getting the words extort. So yeah, I don't know what that means for some of your masculines, but definitely they could have seen some very dark things growing up that seriously fucked with their trust when it comes to women, okay? I'm just telling you guys that right off the bat. And you might have already seen this in action, Divine Feminine, but it doesn't bother you because I feel like your energy is like, I have nothing to hide. Or maybe you guys have gotten into many unexpected tower moments because of just their sheer disrespect and disregard for when it comes to women. But because you are their Divine Feminine, you can maybe sense it. Like you've maybe even called them out on it, like said to them, hey, listen, like I don't know what kind of experiences you've had with women in the past, but you better watch yourself around this one. So they're getting to see a version of like feminine energy that is like true feminine energy: strength, resilience, dedication, loyalty. They ain't never seen that. It's like, don't even come with that one. That one definitely doesn't exist. But you guys are walking the talk and you're proving it right in front of their eyes. And this attraction to you is growing. Okay, this attraction to you is growing. Everything about your honesty and integrity is hot to this Divine Masculine, because to them, that's what counts. That's what matters. When it boils down to it, can you be loyal? Can you be straight with me? That's what they value in relationships. Okay, many of them, they've been used to having this mindset about just women in particular, and that's the women that they keep attracting towards them. You were ordainedly sent to your Divine Masculine for the universe to prove a point, for God to prove a point to them. Okay, so a lot of them are in a standstill over this. I feel like they maybe feel guarded and vulnerable towards this. You're making them let their guard down. They don't want to be wound up so tight. This is a masculine that may fold their arms a lot. They may catch themselves folding their arms a lot, especially if they're just out and about, or you might catch yourselves like talking to them and they fold their arms. Usually people do that based off of a response to like protect their heart space area. You'll also notice that too with people who, kids who suffer with like anxiety or depression, they like wearing sweaters and pulling their sweaters down and covering their hands a lot with their sweaters when you see people doing that. It's like a trauma kind of response. So I feel like this could be a masculine who folds his arms a lot as a way of showing you that he's so protective of his heart. He knows what women are capable of, so he doesn't let them get close. Okay, many of you are dealing with that type of divine masculine. But again, whoever you are, divine feminine, I feel like it doesn't bother you. You were sent here with such a high vibration that you don't really have to do much. I feel like he's the one here that's like, you're way too good to be true. Okay, he's maybe dreamt you into life, or he feels like you are from a dream or the woman of his dreams. There's just no absolute way that you could be true, but I feel like the universe is maybe sending a clear message here that, yeah, this is your dream woman. Clear message here, this is your dream woman, and that this connection can be trusted. Let's get some romance angel cards on this to see what is developing in their heart space for you. I feel like you've already entered their heart space, just the way that you guys have conversations and how open you may be. It's already starting to, break their heart open. Okay, this connection is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path as well. Okay, so for a lot of you, the healing, I think, has a lot to do with like the spiritual connection between you two. Okay, meeting has a lot to do with a lot of the healing work. Okay, out of all things for him to be attracted to, it's your honesty and integrity that makes you like the hottest thing alive, divine feminine. Okay, it's your character. Okay, when you show up, it's like the way that you speak or some of the things that you might say. You might be very open in your throat chakra area. You can express yourself in such a way, or you can read his energy in such a way that it literally makes him melt. Okay, you could have a way with your words, but it comes through as just so honest, and I think that cracks open their heart space because it's tapping on the part of them that really needs to heal trust. Okay, let's see what else is coming up for this masculine. What else is the divine feminine bringing to the table? Okay, so you're asking him to unfold those arms and be optimistic about your love life, because whoever you are, divine masculine, like, you deserve love. You deserve to heal from seeing that version of the feminine energy, growing up. Like, I think that you deserve to feel safe in the divine feminine's energy and her presence. And this is what you bring to the table as well, divine feminine. Okay, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I feel like when they're around you, like your bubbly personality, your honesty, your smile, your gentleness, your willingness to also be patient with their closed off energy, because whoever he is, he focused on work, type of like very masculine, manly energy, again, really avoids closeness with the feminine energy. But with you, you're getting someone to open up, maybe smile more, maybe, I'm hearing crack a smile. People around him could be like, are you cracking a smile over there? Like, what's going on? And I feel like it's because he's been interacting with you. You've been softening up his heart space here a little bit. Getting someone to change maybe like their grumpiness into optimism. And this could be really, really, again, healing for him, because it's maybe having an impact or an effect on the way that he just treats women in general, right? Because that too, like, can have such a karmic impact on your journey here. If you haven't been able to heal that, it just brings about so much karma when you kind of go about life acting out of your wound space. And I feel like for this, whoever this masculine is, they've definitely done their fair share of treating feminine energies around them very disrespectfully, based off of just never healing what they saw growing up. Maybe even like you make them reflect on relationships that they had in the past where they really were dealing with good women, but because of their mistrust, they really let those relationships fall or flake through because, well, she must be doing this or you must be doing that. It's like, and I feel like whoever these women were in their past had to pull away because it was just so toxic with them. But you've definitely come in here to help somebody shift gears, change that? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life in that mentality, is what you might be saying to them with this optimism card. Okay, guys, so I'm going to close it off with one more message about what the divine feminine brings to the table here for this divine masculine. All right, so we have calling in your soulmate. All right, so your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And that's part of staying positive as well with the positive thinking, is that, you know, they are having to stay optimistic, but I feel like it's easy because you're helping them to let their guard down by, you know, being optimistic or having this optimistic outlook, or even the visualization. Like, that could be something too that they never thought that they would experience, right? Maybe they tried to stay very far away from anything committal so that they just could continue down the path of being on their own. The only problem with that is I feel like there was a deep sense of loneliness and unhappiness. Like, maybe this is a masculine who would never admit, but it's like they want the happy home life, right? But it's like, how can you want that when you look at women in this particular type of way? When you can't even trust, like, women in general, you know what I mean? It's like you would never want to experience that. But deep down inside, I feel like it's human nature, right? It's human nature to think about that at some point on your journey, okay? But I feel like your presence makes them feel those things again, or you make those fantasies come to life in his head again. All right, guys, so that is what we have from this dark, guarded, mysterious masculine here that is taking some time for the sun to shine again in their life. Okay, but you're definitely playing a big role in that divine feminine. All right, if you guys would like a personal session, you know where to find me. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, you guys take it easy. Bye.